Welcome to Cars in Korea. I introduce newly released Genesis Hyundai and Kia cars. And as you saw from the thumbnail today, I'm here to tell you 5 things you didn't know about 2024 Hyundai all-new Santa Fe. For detailed exterior and interior review, there's a video up in the card above and pinned comment, so feel free to check that out. But I want to quickly run and show you the 5 things that you wouldn't know otherwise before seeing this car in person. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. First and foremost is the coefficient of drag that this Santa Fe has achieved. That is 0.29, and it's actually a very surprising number because one of the competitors out in the market currently has, which I'm not going to name, currently has 0.31 coefficient of drag. And that 0.2 difference is a huge thing when it comes to Santa Fe and boxy cars. And because we are familiar with all this with the EVs, but let me show you up close what kind of detail and extra step that Hyundai has gone above and beyond to reach that number possible. So take a look at this little extended outlet right here. On the presentation, I thought they were referring to this step-like design here, but no, it was actually this. They have extended 9 millimeters extra decrease, 1/100th of coefficient of drag, which that they have achieved by extending this portion right here. And that is what Santa Fe has done. Also, this little curve towards the end, at the end of the seat pillar here, is also another extra. You see the extra plastic piece that wraps around the spoiler here too? All of that put together contributes 0.29 coefficient of drag. And second, I have actually been doing this a lot with my review, but that is the handle and also the maximum support that it has. For your information, refer to what I've been doing. You can actually use this as your hold to allow yourself to climb up the roof of this vehicle. And this portion here alone can actually withhold up to 200 kilograms. So don't worry about it. No matter how hard you shake this thing, it's going to be sturdy and firm. If you're worried about this flapping all the way up and down during your drives, don't worry about it. That is also going to lock, so that way you're not going to be able to press this down. At the moment, this is all manual. And the third thing that you didn't know about this 2024 all-new Santa Fe is that you can actually store a golf bag right there horizontally right into the trunk without having to detach the upper portion of your bag. Mr. Simon Lofsby actually made a good presentation and demonstration about it, which I'll be including right now, but that is also what you can do with this Santa Fe. Thanks to the massive trunk, let me pull out my cheat sheet right here, 725 liters based on the VDA measurements. So of course, no doubt, largest trunk space in Hyundai car thus far. Again, you can actually store, well, let me actually do it right now since I have it ready here. This is an empty bag and you can store, look at that. You can easily store your golf bag horizontally like this. And well, you're not going to be able to put it vertically, but that is actually a day and night difference when it comes to you taking your car to golf ranges and rounds, of course, right? It comes with the power tailgate. And if you're worried about this trunk being a massive and worried about this trunk hitting elsewhere when you have parked your car in a tight, narrow parking space, don't worry, you can check the surroundings inside a vehicle. It will show you with the guided line that is going to touch the surroundings or not. So let me move on to the third, if not fourth point, kind of losing the track here. Let me show you the fourth point. All right, I would have to actually go inside a vehicle for the next point. That is the number of cup holders that this Santa Fe gets. So originally from 6 cup holders, 2024 all-new Santa Fe now gets 12 cup holders in total. I don't know where they are, so let's look for one. So there is one, or is that 2? I don't think it's 2, right? So maybe 2. I see 2 circles over there, so maybe 2. So count that as 2. We'll see where that goes. 2, 4, so that's gonna make 6. 8, 10, 12, 14. So Hyundai didn't cheat. So that is actually 1 cup holder. So altogether, there are 12 12 cup holders in this Santa Fe from the original 6 cup holders. And I always carry around tumbler with me, and for some reason I always find your number of cup holders always lacking in some other SUVs. So 12 cup holders, I'm never going to run out of cup holders places. So that was the 4th point, and I actually have a few more. I'm debating which one I'm going to name it to be the 5th, and I think I am going to name that one to be the RNH. And I cannot show it to you here. Well, for starter, it's only applicable to the hybrid model, and I don't have the HEV here, but also it's not visible from the outside. Just like any other Hyundai Motor Group cars have been doing lately, starting with the Kia Sportage, hybrid cars comes with what's called eMotion. That includes the eRide and eHandling. Utilizing the motor that hybrids exclusively have, it controls the pitching of the car, that is the vertical movement, up and down movement, and when you go over a speed bump, the motor will counterbalance the pitching, hence reducing the vertical movement when you go over a speed bump. This car does not come with the air suspension yet, however, the eRide further provides enhanced drive and comfortable RNH ride and handling. And also what's called eMotion is that the hybrid cars will use the motor to actually provide more torque on the necessary wheels in order to enhance the handling when it comes to the corners. So when you are making a tough left turn, that means there is more force traction on the right hand, and if you go extra speed, you're going to get what's called understeer. You're not going to make turns as you wanted to, but you're going to deviate a lot from the turns. However, the motor will come in play and give you the extra torque, enhancing, providing more torque and power on the outer wheel, hence providing the handling on corners. And this you can definitely feel when you test drive a hybrid vehicle, because I did in a heartbeat with the Kia Sportage. Speaking of the hybrid, you are probably curious about the MPG. It's not officially released yet because it's not currently out in the market. Hybrid will be debuting later in this year and whatnot, but I have the MPG for you with 2.5 turbo gasoline. That is 11.0 kilometers per liter, and I am converting the numbers in MPG right now. The power, torque, all that, the specification, I will include in the description below, so please feel free to check those out. I don't want to give you the false number, and I don't want to spend here 30 seconds standing reading out numbers to you. Feel free to pause the video and check those out. So that's it for today's video, the 5 things that you didn't know about 2024 all-new Hyundai Santa Fe. And feel free to leave any comments, questions you might have about the Santa Fe, because I will soon be test driving this vehicle. So definitely come back to my channel to revisit and find out more about Hyundai Santa Fe. Thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and like Cars in Korea if you did. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Kind of losing my voice here, you see? And now I finally have car all alone. Gotta take some thumbnail now. 네, 감사합니다. And I want to give you a look of all the Santa Fe here available. Just look at this, a camper setup. It really is all about the detail when it comes to this all new Santa Fe. I'm talking about the leg room, the headroom that you get on the 3rd row seat. Nothing like before. Extra airbag for your extra safety. A lot of tiny detail that makes it just even better a family car and a vehicle to drive around wherever you are. From city to off-roads, it's actually what this Santa Fe is all about. I just can't wait for the test drive on this vehicle because Hyundai actually made it official and said it out loud. The specs, the motors that is currently available here for the domestic market might be lacking just looking at the numbers alone, but they have done work on the TCU and a lot of magic, I guess, to perform and meet the demand and standard of what is actually expected from a big size, full size SUV like this generation Santa Fe. So come back to my channel for that test drive and I'll see you over there. Bye bye. This is going to make and bring a whole new definition of a family SUV, that is for sure.